In a quiet side town where the wind carried old memories, lived a woman named Clara. She was 78 with silver hair, soft eyes, and a quiet soul. Her days were slow, feeding birds, watching plants, folding laundry to the sound of an old radio. People admired her calm life, but no one knew the ache beneath her smile. Clara hangs laundry while an old radio plays. Her eyes drift to the horizon, deep in thought. One rainy afternoon, as thunder rolled in the distance, Clara climbed into the dusty attic. She was searching for an old photo album, but instead she found a leather notebook tied with a red ribbon. The cover was cracked, faded by time. She opened it slowly and gasped. It was her handwriting. The list was filled with dreams: travel to Paris, learn to swim, write a book of poems, ride a horse, sleep under the stars. She chuckled at the innocence in the words, then teared up, realizing she hadn't done a single one. I will do it later, she always told herself. But what if later never comes? She whispered aloud. That night, Clara didn't sleep. She lay awake, notebook on her chest, thoughts swirling like storm clouds. She looked at her wrinkled hands. They had worked hard, she said, but they have also waited too long. The next morning, she stood in front of the mirror and smiled, the kind of smile people wear when they make a decision. She packed a small suitcase and booked a one-way ticket to Paris. The flight attendant asked, "Is this your first time flying alone?" Clara nodded. "First time flying ever." She walked through cobbled Paris streets with wide eyes. She watched artists paint in Montmartre and felt alive. She danced in the rain under the Eiffel Tower. People stared, then smiled. One stranger clapped. She wrote poems on napkins in a quiet cafe and mailed one back home to her grandlaughter daughter. One poem read, "Time waits for no one but dreams. They wait patiently." She signed up for a senior swimming class. She was the slowest but the happiest student in the pool. She took a train to the countryside and rode a horse named Luna. She screamed, then laughed so hard she cried. One night she lay on a hilltop under the stars. She whispered to the sky, "You waited for me." Clara returned home. 3 months later, she was older but lighter. Her neighbor asked, "Did you go on vacation?" Clara smiled. "No, I went back to myself." She placed the notebook on a shelf in her living room. The title had changed, "My Bucket List, Things I'm Doing Now." Every day, she added something new: try sushi, learn Italian, tell my story. She began teaching writing classes at the local library. Young people loved her stories and her courage. One student asked, "Weren't you scared?" She replied, "I wasn't terrified, but I was more scared of doing nothing." Her granddaughter came to visit one weekend. She found Clara scribbling on her porch. "What are you doing, Grandma?" Clara smiled, living. That night, they watched the sunset together. Clara held her hand and whispered, "Don't wait. If you wait too long to live, time will live without you." Her granddaughter nodded, eyes full of wonder. Years later, Clara passed away peacefully, notebook beside her. It was full of crossed out dreams, full of memories, full of a life finally lived. And at the very end, one final note: if you are reading this, I hope you are not just dreaming. I hope you are doing, because someday is now.